I heard a commentary the other day say when in the 70s, the most popular players were the players that played for your team and Pete Rose. Like everyone's favorite player was Pete Rose, even the opposition.
Pete Rose, the commissioner, has decided that he's eligible to be on the ballot to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now, this whole thing pissing me off because A, Pete Rose, the best baseball players ever walked the face of the earth. B, we were talking earlier about you got inducted at what age?
47, 12 years ago. So
47 years old.
40,
young
46.
man, healthy, family, enjoy it.
Yeah, both my parents were alive. Were able to be there to see it and everything. My dad died almost after that, within a year after that.
Really?
Yeah. Alzheimer's, prostate cancer, yeah.
So everybody got to see it.
Everybody.
You got dudes that are in their 70s and 80s looking over their show.
It gives me chills thinking about it.
Yeah, man, everybody.
And I never was close to my dad, but to know what it does for other people.
You were never close to your dad.
Never.
And he showed up.
And what it does for other people is it's amazing.
So you got Pete, who obviously passed before this happened.
Yeah.
And you're a Hall of Fame guy, and you just good segue. Hall of Famers are Hall of Famers. We always got to name it. It's Hall. I do it. My man just roll up. He's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "He's a Hall of Famer, Chris Carter." Like, that's what we do. I get it. That's how I explain it.
That's our brand.
I get it. And and my struggle to this day. Well, first of all, it is a cop out to do now that he's dead to go, "Hey, put him on the ballot," right?
You know that. You know that. You noticed that immediately.
Yeah.
Because. And they did a play on words because what he was really under was a lifetime ban. Mm-hmm. See, Pete has never been on the ballot.
I know.
So now, in his death, a lifetime ban, now he's not living. So now they're able to lift it, and it stinks.
It does.
Like, it stinks. They really have no other excuse besides that. Okay, now he can't enjoy it. We're going to do something for him? That defeats the whole purpose of what you're supposed to be in the Hall of Fame for. It
actually makes it worse. Leave it where it is. Don't bring it up again.
And if you think that was a bigger problem than the problem that – because when they made that announcement, people just said, oh, automatically, man, all these people are going to go into the Hall. No. Now the writers get the chance to do what they've been saying all along. The
writers who have hated him the entire time anyway.
Yes.
Who hate him.
He's not getting in.
Because he didn't kiss nobody's ass. And they never
–
almost all of them. Never ran from first third in their life, hit a baseball, dove, did anything, got dirty, but whatever. They hate him.
But this is the thing.
He never kissed ass. He ain't getting in.
This is the thing.
One of the best players of all time.
That you can't convey. Now, for me, I grew up right outside Cincinnati, Ohio, 20 minutes, Middletown, Ohio. There was a radio team, Marty Brenneman and Joe Nutsall. They did the play-by-play on AM radio, 700 WLW.
Okay.
And I used to listen to those games every single night.
Okay.
No, religiously, listening to the Big Red Machine, listening to Pete Rose. So I was able to see and hear Pete Rose. I heard a commentary the other day say when in the 70s, the most popular players were the players that played for your team and Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Like everyone's favorite player was Pete Rose.
Yep.
Even the opposition.
Yes.
And that, to me, is something very – Magic Johnson's not that way. No. Michael Jordan's not that way. Larry Bird's not that way. Peyton Manning's not that way. Tom Brady's not that way. Pete Rose is the only guy I ever heard of. Ever heard of. All the athletes I ever heard of that was that way. And that right there deserves a certain amount of recognition. And he played the game so hard. In such the right way that it's hard to not tell the story of baseball and tell the story of Charlie Hustle. Like, man, he smashed a guy's collarbone in an All-Star game.
Ran him over. He was in his way.
Trying to win.
He was in his way.
And it was pretty simple. I mean, Pete Rose is truly one of the great stories in any sports history. And I'm totally against the gambling and the steroids. But I can understand why people would be up in arms about
I'm up
Pete
in arms.
Rose.
It's bullshit. Pete Rose is baseball.
And this is a cop-out. They could have done something better than this.
And again,
because it's going to be worse now.
100%.
Because they're going to lift the ban, and he's still not going to get in.
Because these guys are going to get their last save, and even in his death, and even that ain't going to matter. And also, dude, and I love people like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm like, dude, he bet on his team. I get it. I understand. He bet on his own mother effing team. I get it, dude. And, you know, like Barry Bonds, when people ask about Barry Bonds, I'm like, dude, he was a Hall of Famer before he took steroids.
Yes.
So, like, okay, we get it. You're mad, but it's not like he was in the league for a week, and he's like, fuck, I'm going to get juiced up. Give me juiced up. I can't. No, he was in it for a year and hit 180 and hit no home runs. No, he was a Hall of Famer beforehand. Alex Rodriguez was a Hall of Famer before he did this shit. He was a Hall of Famer. He was that good.
I give you that.
So Pete Rose bets on some games, bets on himself, by the way, which I'm a fan of betting on yourself.
Right.
But as a Hall of Famer yourself, you're saying, hey, dude, the rules are the rules are the rules. Can't have him in a Hall.
And Pete Rose could have made it easier on himself. I mean, he was a constant liar.
I know.
He
wasn't going to. I agree. If he had come out day one, I
mean,
agree.
Pete Rose used to be signing autographs in the casino lobby in Vegas. Man, you put him on a lie detector test. Pete, where are you right now? I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, he don't care. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think you are right about that because when you look at the Hall of Fame shit, like watching the Yankees, and people are like, when you watch, like, hey, Andy Pettitte said, hey, man, I did that shit. I did it.
Grown man.
I did that shit. HGH steroids, I did it. Here's why I did it. I ain't that proud. Here's from when I did it to when I did it.
Yes.
I did it. Instead of and that's where A-Rod and those guys lost him. I do understand that. You're pissed because they're like, I didn't do it. I mean, Barry Bonds went
if everyone said, okay, listen, we're taking this to the grave.
Yep.
Like, what you know is hard to do.
Correct.
It's kind of like Greg LeMond's thing.
Yep.
Eventually,
somebody's going to come out. There's too many people, so somebody's going to say something. But had you come out day one, and I think the deal with Pete, I still think Pete should be in the Hall of Fame. I think because Pete, to me, is a different athlete to a sport. They're generational people.
Yeah, that's one thing my wife told me, because someone had accused me of doing something. I mean, I could have done it, but
I didn't.
Well,
but they still.
Well, the reason they said that I was with another guy doing it.
Okay.
And then my wife said, I know that's not him. And they were like, why? Well, no, we saw Chris. And she said, no. Anytime Chris has gotten in trouble since he's been a little boy, he by himself.
Yeah, correct. Ain't nobody else.
Like he rolled by himself.
Correct. So I know he didn't do it.
When he rolled up on me, he by himself.
He's by himself.
Yeah.
He was looking for trouble. And he was by himself. Yeah, he don't bring a partner. He don't need a wingman.
No.
He is by himself.
Yes.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
So, all right, you can't argue that. Mr. Carter, you're right. You can't argue that. So, but it's just, for me, I do it. It makes it worse. It gives these writers control again. They get to go cast a big no and be excited. And it's a cowardly move if you're so adamant.
To me, it's worse because a dead man can't speak for himself now. So now they opened it up where now the media will be able to speak. He will be able to speak, but he can't speak.
And you think his family's not over it? They're like, all right, you made your point. You made your point. My dad, my grandpa, my uncle, whoever it is, he couldn't get in. But if you were a baseball guy and you watched him play, there wasn't anything he couldn't do on that field. And it's a damn shame.
I don't know what the exact number is today. I have someone that manages this for me. But when I go to autograph sessions, there's certain insignias that, besides the picture and the signature, they cost more money.
Okay.
If I put all he does is catch touchdowns on there, it costs a certain amount more money than that. If I put how many Pro Bowls I've been on there, if I put how many All-Pro, it costs more money. Nothing costs more money than that HOF.
Yeah, I believe it.
And there is never anything that's more requested when you get an autograph for somebody. Mr. Carter, can you please put HOF on
Hall of Fame.
And then guess what? When you go in, all the people that have an autograph that don't have an HOF on it, guess what they want?
Yeah.
So you talking about, I mean, the life and the afterlife of you and your friends and your family. Like, this is more than just some title being in a building.
It's generational everything. Wealth, recognition. And I still think that at some point in time, you have to make decent decisions. And I think not to let a guy in because he bet on himself.
Let me tell you something.
I
Pete
get
Rose's
penalizing
kids
him, but
and Pete Rose's grandkids, they should be able to go to a place that's like a museum and see what Paul did.
Because Paul did it. He did everything he was supposed to do. And again, what the hell did it have to do with what he did in the field when he was betting on himself? You could even argue that the fool was betting on himself even when he was managing, when he wasn't winning a lot of games.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's crazy.
Crazy.
So, but crazy shouldn't make it eligible.
No one could ever say Pete Rose bet against his team that he was managing.
Thank you. For me, case closed, he's in. I'm sorry.
No one could.
And they should make. And again, it's these guys will spend the rest of their lives thinking about it. Like, can you imagine Bonds watching these other dudes get elected, enshrined?
Oh, it eats away at you.
Bonds.
Barry Bonds. My only problem with Barry Bonds, besides unleveling the playing field, Barry Bonds had an opportunity like one player that I've seen, and that's Tom Brady. Tom Brady, because in the beginning of his career, low expectations. Them running the ball, playing great defense, great special teams. Those first 3 Super Bowls, you can give that Belichick credit, New England way. But his career after that
was, correct.
Okay, where he went on to win 3 more with Bill and then 1 more in Tampa. He had and he just did it the natural way. He went and dug it up out the dirt.
Correct.
Now, so for me, I can't feel bad for Barry. Well, he already had a Hall of Fame career, and then at that, he was at the fork in the road. Tom Brady was at the fork in the road. He blew out his knee, all right, and decided, I'm going to go all natural. Now, I don't know him and Guerrero. I don't know what they were doing to him, what they were rubbing on him, whatever. It worked,
made
and it's
him
legal.
Big and strong. He became a fucking monster.
I mean, he was faster after being in the league 20 years than when he came into the league.
Yes, he was a monster.
So for me, I have a hard time with that because I have seen the model and what Tom Brady did, and he had 2 Hall of Fame careers, one there in New England at the beginning, one with New England that finished in Tampa Bay. Barry Bonds had that same opportunity. But to me, he took the easy way out.
No, he did. I agree with that. That part, I get all that. Pete Rose, I get all that. And what's crazy
I got the man to agree with me. Good Lord.
Can you believe it? I agree with you on that one, bro.